Greetings and welcome to another one of my videos where I try to make some 3D printed models. This time we will start a new project which is, as you can see on the picture, a Bilskirnir class from Stargate. The best known individual ship that you know from this class is Bilskirnir, which was the flagship of Thor, but it was unfortunately destroyed when it entered the Earth atmosphere. Anyway, this was the first Asgard mothership, and it is quite nice. So I decided that I will make it my own. Anyway, I know the quality of this picture is not that great, but I assume that you already know how the ship looks. Anyway, first from right from the top, we will do one change, and that's actually with the bottom here. As you can see, there is quite a lot of stuff here on those vertical wings, but in my model, I will skip it entirely because unlike the real Bilskirnir or Bilskirnir class, my cannot really fly. So the same problem as with the O'Neill, I will actually make those kind of landing legs. And not only that, I basically have the same issue as I had with the O'Neill. And in the O'Neill, if you remember, I had to design a retractable third leg to actually enable it to stand on its own. Here, with the Bill Skinner class, I will not do the third leg, but I will do something similar with those vertical wings so that the ship should stand on its own. Anyway, I think that it's time to actually take a look at the model itself. So let's go straight to Creo. And here, as you can see, is the model. It's not the most detailed one I've ever done, but I think it's sufficient. And this is basically what I came up with. Um, it's well, not perfectly accurate to the CGI model used in the show. As you can see, the width or width of those vertical wings is basically a little bit higher than, well, not a little bit, but quite a lot of higher than in the CGI model. But it's not because I simply wanted to change it. It's, as I said, because of the reason of the standing mm, on its own. I simply don't want to make any column or stand or something like that. I want the ship to be able to stand on its own. It has quite a heavy bottom, so or basically back, so it should really help with it because as you can see here we have the main sublight engine assembly and this superstructure, so this should be heavy enough, not to mention that those vertical wings will be heavy on their own as well. So it should stand quite well, but in any case I designed this basically retractable uh, extension for the vertical wings. So now it should, as you can see, stand on its own rather nicely. I'm not really worried that it won't wobble or fall down from the forward section because it's rather uh, light compared to the back or stern. Uh, so yeah, bow or stern as the back of the ship. So yeah, I think that should work. It's not design-wise the most beautiful thing, but it should work. And in any case, you can always close it. Now it works like this. You can see that it's on pivot, and basically it works this part as a stopper, and when we close it, this part also works like stopper. So if you don't like it, you simply leave it close, leave it close, and it's okay. Anyway, as for the assembly, as you can see, it's once again divided into several subgroups. So we have top, we have connections. Once again, the top and bottom half is connected via those connector pins. It's once again 10 millimeter in diameter, so the same as I used in Prometheus. So basically, the two halves will go together using those pins, so no glue required, hopefully. And of course, there is then the entire bottom, then some details, and last but not least, every single light. Yeah, sure, it could be part of the main body, but I am lazy and the painting process is very difficult for me. So I decided to basically separate every single blue part and I will paint it separately and insert inside the model. That way the painting process won't be such a pain in the ass for me. And how does it work? Basically the same way as every single model that I've ever done. So everything goes together via locks and inserts. So yeah, as you can see, everything has locks and everything holds together via those locks or pins. Everything has prepared holes for the additional parts, like here for the window parts, the same here or here. So the assembly should be relatively easy. As of course, one thing that I would like to mention is that I tried to make this as simple as possible. So I really simplified the design as much as I could. And now uh, what I managed to do with that is that the overall or maximum amount of parts is very small. So there is not that much. Sorry, there is no there is not that many parts that make the whole kit. So even the printing process would be, I believe, reduced. It's made in roughly the same scale as the O'Neill class that I done previously. It's a little bit shorter, but it was also in the show. So yeah, the two ships should be in relatively correct scales together. Of course, they are not when compared to my other ships, to my Tauri ships. Though now that I think about it, my Hatak and the Kelps class, they theoretically could fit uh, with the Asgard ships when it comes to the scale. Maybe not precisely, but more or less. Yeah. Anyway, I will print it out from the black PLA, and all those silver parts will be painted. And I'm not sure right now about all those blue pieces because I don't have a blue color, and because of the fucking COVID, I'm not sure if I will be able to actually go to the hobby store to buy the print. I don't want to order it online because I have never worked with such a color, this type of blue, and I want to see it first to know if it's the correct color that I need. I have this issue that I am partially color blinded, so I need to see it for myself. So I am thinking that I still have quite a lot of white from the O'Neill, so maybe all those blue pieces will be actually white in the end. But of course, those lights and everything will be printed as the last thing. So maybe until then I will manage to actually get the blue one. But if not, then they will be white. But I don't think that's an issue. Okay, so I will go into detail how every single part fits together right when we will actually be focusing on those parts during the print, but today is just a rough presentation of the model. So this is it, and I hope you liked it. And I guess that would kind of conclude this part of the video. So in the next one, we will actually start to print it. We will start with the top half, and we will print it, paint it, assemble it, and we'll see how it turns out. Until then, I wish you all to stay healthy and have a very, very nice day. Okay, bye bye.